in the City Council chambers. City Attorney Bill Park is participating in tonight's meeting remotely. Some city staff members will be participating from the City Council chambers, complying with social distancing, and other participating staff members will be doing so remotely. Other public audience members are listening to the meeting by telephone, and I'm not sure if by Zoom. I have to defer to our city clerk. Welcome to all, and thank you for joining tonight. City Council members, please ensure that your microphone is turned on for the roll call. Would the city clerk please call the roll?
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor Benson Wong.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Wendy Weicker.
Here.
Councilmember Lisa Anderl.
Here.
Councilmember Jake Jacobson.
Here.
Councilmember Salim Neese.
Here.
Councilmember Craig Reynolds.
Here.
And Councilmember Dave Rosenbaum.
Here.
Thank you. We now move to the only item of business to discuss and take action on communications related to Sound Transit's 60% design plans for the bus rail interchange. I'm going to turn this discussion over to our city manager, Jesse Vaughn.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. For your consideration tonight is a letter, a communication that we will be sending out via our various public relations channels on Let's Talk and the MI Weekly regarding an update to our community on the 60% design. We have drafted a letter to be sent on your behalf, and I know some of you have already had a preview of that and provided some feedback. So what we need to do, though, is have you all take a look at it together this evening and then approve transmittal of the letter on your behalf. Ross is here, our communications manager. He has the draft, and I will ask him to share his screen.
Again, I ask city council members to raise your hand if you want to make a comment or have a question. So Ross, go ahead.
So unfortunately, I need permission from the host.
We have everybody locked down.
Yes, or Deb can actually share it herself as she has the link now, if that's easier.
All right, Ross, where is the link?
I just emailed it to you.
Opening it now then, thank you.
All right, our city clerk will share her screen.
Can you all see it?
Yes.
All right. Ross?
Yes.
Mayor Wong, it's your pleasure. I can give you a chance to review the full letter, and I can have our city clerk scroll down. We can also...
Sure, why don't you go ahead and do that. Do it slowly so everybody can see it. And then I'll ask for if anybody has any questions or comments. Again, if any council member has a question or comment, please raise your hand. Councilmember Anderall? Councilmember Anderall, you're on mute right now.
Of course I am. As soon as everybody's done with page 2, thank you, Mayor. I'd like to go back up to the top again and take, I didn't get a chance to finish page 1.
Okay.
More, Lisa?
What, I'm sorry. Yeah, but
Yeah,
start at the top, please. Thank you.
Councilmember Anderall, do you have a question or comment? Councilmember Neese has his hand raised.
No, I'll go ahead and take my hand down. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Councilmember Neese.
So, I would just suggest that the title could use a little bit more work. And one edit that I would think would make it more clear and express an additional piece of content that is just one sentence would be Sound Transit's non-compliant bus rail interchange 60% design does not address city concerns, which is referencing the fourth paragraph, last sentence, where it reads, we also notified Sound Transit that the 60% design for the bus rail interchange fails to meet the terms of our 2017 settlement agreement.
Councilmember Neese, can you just repeat the change that you proposed on the title?
Yeah, so I'm inserting the word non-compliant and making Sound Transit plural. So Sound Transit's non-compliant bus rail interchange 60% design does not address city concerns.
Okay. Does anybody, Councilmember Anderall?
So yeah, so I'm kind of thinking that the last sentence in paragraph 4 really is, oh, sorry, now I can't see it. Yeah, more of a lead in to paragraph 5. So I would, in paragraph 4, the last sentence, I would delete the phrase separate from the city's technical comments and just make that sentence say, we also notified Sound Transit that the 60% design for their bus rail interchange fails to meet the terms of our 2017 settlement agreement. And I would make that the lead in to paragraph 5. So I would break it out of paragraph 4.
Yeah, I think that's a clarifying comment that makes a lot of sense.
So Ross, are you able to show that?
I actually, because Deb is doing this sharing, I'm not editing the version you're seeing, but I am editing the identical version on my computer.
Okay. Deb, is there any way you can show it on the screen?
Yes. Ross is going to send it to me shortly, and then I can, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, I'm not forgetting Councilmember Neese's suggested change. So if we can make sure you insert that as well so we can take a look at it. And then Councilmember Jacobson.
I was simply going to say that I concur with what both Councilman Anderall and Councilman Neese have suggested in terms of edits to this document.
Okay, thank you. Perhaps we'll wait until we get those edits on the screen before we entertain any other questions or comments at this point.
And if I could suggest, if we can see it in a format that doesn't show the paragraph marks and the dots between each word, might be a little easier to see.
Councilmember Adderall, you and I think, I hate that feature. Also,
And I hate it when people hide those markers. So it's just
okay.
two schools
Okay.
of thought.
The two schools
Deb,
of
if,
thought.
But I will
Deb,
yield.
if you go ahead and reopen that document again, Deb, if you close and reopen, you'll have
Okay, thanks, Ross.
the new version.
Well, I mean, I don't hate that format, except for but if I'm trying to edit and format a document, it makes a lot of sense to have it open. But if I'm just trying to read it for content, I think it makes it too cluttered.
Deputy Mayor Wyker, did you have your hand up?
Yeah, actually, I was beyond the proofreading here. The links to the images, I think the images really speak to the issues at hand when there's a north side drawing and a south side drawing. So as we do our outreach to our communities to seek input for Sound Transit's design, I think having those graphics handy and all the different ways we communicate would be really helpful. The letter is useful for what we're trying to say, but the diagrams really demonstrate the differences that we're seeking input on.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah,
It's easier, yeah, it's easier for people to understand what is being discussed. Okay.
So I'm going to interrupt for just a moment. Ross, I made you the host so that you can share your screen.
Okay.
That'll simplify this going back and forth and playing tennis.
Let me reopen that document. Stand by. Okay, here we go. Hopefully you can all see that.
I can, so I'm assuming everyone else can.
Don't you still
There's
want
where
Sound
we ended up.
Transits? Don't you still want Sound Transits
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, we do. That was my shorthand for getting it typed in time.
Oh. Okay, and let's see the other changes.
The only other one, I actually accepted it and joined those paragraphs already. I believe it was in this location here.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that was the only other change. Council, or were there any other changes that we haven't captured?
This is Lisa, nothing from me.
Okay, I don't see. Deputy Mayor Wyker, your hand's still up. Okay, I see. Councilmember Jacobson, your hand is up now. Jake, you may be on mute.
I agree with Deputy Mayor Wyker's suggestion. I think it's excellent. It completes the loop if we add the links to those two drawings.
Okay,
Mayor Wong, when you're ready, I do have a written motion for you.
okay. Well, any other questions or comments at this point? Okay. City Manager, you want to go ahead?
I'll read the recommended motion.
Okay.
Motion authorizing the city manager to publish the letter to the Mercer Island community on behalf of the city council in substantially the form as presented.
Okay. Council, you've heard the proposed motion.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, I'm sorry, who made the motion?
Nice.
Okay, and it was seconded by Councilmember Jacobson, is that correct?
I think Councilman Reynolds also gets credit too.
Oh, all right, okay.
He jointly seconded it.
Okay, how about Councilmember Reynolds? Okay, how's that? Okay,
Sure.
Mayor, can I ask a quick question?
yes. Well,
Should the link become available where community members can actually submit their comments? Is that something that can be changed without the city council having to weigh in on it? Or is that considered a clerical change? I want to make sure if we can do one communication, let's do one rather than having to have sort of piecemeal out to the community.
Absolutely. You can change the links without having to reapprove the letter.
Okay.
And your motion was in substantially the form as presented to allow us a little flexibility if we have to make an edit.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, thank you. There's a motion by Councilmember Neese and second by Councilmember Reynolds to approve the City Council's letter in the substantially in the form that is presented. The City Clerk, will you conduct a roll call, please?
Thank you, Mayor. Councilmember Anderl,
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobson,
Aye.
Councilmember Neese,
Aye.
Councilmember Reynolds,
Aye.
Councilmember Rosenbaum,
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Weicker,
Aye.
and Mayor Wong.
Aye. There being no other business to come before the council, the time is now 5:18 PM and the meeting is adjourned. I would just ask the council to remain seated until the city staff has terminated our Zoom broadcast. Good evening and stay safe and healthy.
Ross, you're the host, so I need you to cancel the meeting.
Understood. Here we go.
Thank you, sir.